Hi family, blessings, Empress Vibrant here. I'm coming in with elements reading. I'm going to start off with the earth signs today. So big up the Taurus. Big up the Tauruses, happy birthday. I have a very good friend, my sister-in. Wow. Who is a Taurus? It's her birthday today, so shout out to Peaches. Big up Peachy Styles. Big hairdresser, singer, creative lady, boss. Also my nephew. He's 4 tomorrow. So big up the Tauruses. Happy birthday, Taurus. And obviously, not to forget the other earth signs, we have Virgos and Capricorns. So I'm going to be doing your energy reading for the end of, so basically from today, the 28th of April to the 11th of May 2020. And this is your energy reading. This is for Taurus. Okay, so I'm going to do it in 2 spreads. The first spread I'm going to do is the general, and this is going to be some of the energy that's coming up. Okay, quite heavy energy, and it's your birthday, so I'm like, I was expecting to see some exciting stuff, but your Taurus, excuse me, your Taurus new moon for you guys is all about patience, clearing, dealing with those things, those issues that come up again, dealing with the shadow side, learning patience, acceptance. Yeah, so there's a lot of energies and there's a lot of emotions going on as well. So I think we're tackling things right about now. Maybe all of the things that we're tackling is mental. We're not necessarily verbalizing everything I'm actually hearing. So the first card that comes out within our general spread is rest and rejuvenation. So maybe although it's birthday time and it's birthday season, and if we were not in the quarantine, we probably will be out doing something, meals, drinks, cocktails, social events. As we're in the quarantine, although we're doing our day-to-day things and we're indoors, it's funny how much energy can be zapped when we're in the same place, especially if we're not going outside and getting very much fresh air. You can feel zapped of your energy. So maybe this is what this is coming up, where we're being asked to take some time to rest and rejuvenate our energy. If we rest, then by the time when we get up the next day, we're revitalized, we're ready for the next day, ready for the next challenge, a chance at life, a chance to do something different. So yeah, there's definitely a need to rest and rejuvenate in this time, because it seems to me, it feels like there's been a lot of mental stuff going on, a lot of, yeah, for me it's a lot of mental things. Mind moving too quickly, overthinking, quite like a sort of like an air signy kind of vibe. Not quite sure where you're gonna go. I think this is mainly probably evaluating where you've been and where you're intending to go. And for some of you, this birthday is bringing up a lot of issues of where you thought you would be by the age that you are. But just a side note, that we all are where we're supposed to be. It's all divinely led, okay? And if there are things that you can physically change for yourself, then you need to manifest that for yourself. And for the Tauruses, you guys are big manifestors. You are big goal-orientated people. The earth signs in general, they're very, very focused and driven perfectionists. They like to get things done. So maybe there's a little bit of angst about that structure, how things are going to go moving forward. Maybe the fact that you're celebrating your birthdays in this quarantine, it's not as, it doesn't look as you would have liked. So that's that energy there. And we also have all tied up. And that for me is probably why you need the rest and rejuvenations. Tied up is feeling trapped, a lot of mental shackles. You can see there's a lot of thorns and barbed wire. Well, it's actually like thorns, isn't it? Around her. So I believe this is like a feeling of feeling trapped. And I think this comes back to the idea of where I'm supposed to be now. It's my birthday season. What do I have to show for it? Does my relationships reflect where I see myself? Am I at the status that I should be? Am I in the right type of career? You know, relationships. Am I in the right partnership? Am I in the right career? Am I doing my best by my children? Am I living out my goals? And there's a feeling of feeling trapped, maybe about what decisions to make, whether you want to take a more creative route that is for you and about expressing, and then maybe the angst about being practical, because we know that Tauruses are very practical people. They're very hardworking. They like to look after their self-care. And that's earth signs in general. Excuse me. So maybe the all tied up is, like I said, all the mental things that's going on, the evaluation that's actually happening. But it's a good thing, because it just means that you're it's coming up to come out. Okay. So in this time, if you are feeling all tied up, then what you're being asked to do is rest and rejuvenate. Rest, recuperate, take your time, evaluate the situations, but come from a place of love. Don't be harshly critical of yourselves or others in this time, because we're all doing the best that we can with what we have. And we are called to dig a little bit deeper, ask for help from source spirit, and just keep asking for divine inspiration and protection. And once we keep having that dialogue with the Most High, we'll know what to do. The gut instincts will kick off, and we'll be like, hey, okay, I think I get it now. Yeah, because I also say that because you've got the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra. So this is letting me know that there is a lot of spiritual communication going on here. Like I was saying to you about a lot that's going on in the mind. Maybe you're also getting downloads at this time as well, where you're dreaming a lot, or you're having visions, epiphanies and things like that of that nature. Because the crown chakra is associated with the spirit realm. So the etherical link between the physical and the spiritual realms. So you're vibrating up here. So maybe there's a lot of things that's going on in the 3D, home, career, relationships. You know, all the key things that we go through in our day-to-day, our health, fitness, well-being and stuff of that nature. And then also you're dealing with yourself, you're trying to ascend to a higher state of being. So there seems to be a lot of work going on with connecting to source spirit. And if you're not quite there, because you are feeling quite tied up and you're all in the mind at the moment, and you haven't got the chance, or you haven't been taking the opportunity to rest, you're being told to rest, rejuvenate, to get out of this tied up energy. And the best way you're going to do that is to connect with source, connect with the Most High, connect with your ancestors. Ask your angels for some assistance in this time, because they are here for your for your assistance. Okay, so I want to find out what this all tied up is about. So Divine, can you tell me what's going on with all tied up for the earth signs, please? All tied up. What's happening there? All tied up. Tell me about all tied up, please, for the earth signs between the 28th of April to the 11th of May 2020, please. Okay. Okay. So we've got judgment. So this is this could be all tied up in the fact that you feel judged, or that you are judging other people. Judgment also talks about divine intervention, spiritual protection. Also talks about taking action towards taking action on the things that you know you want to do, especially internally. And where we also have this 7th chakra here, and we're talking about the crown chakra. If you see this lady here, she's like also, it's like divine, it's like her inner being ascending into the 7th realm, into the different levels of consciousness. So here again, it's just to let you know that spirit has your back, and that you are being called to ascend higher. So if you have a real calling to maybe start praying, meditating more, writing a journal, journaling your dreams, writing your affirmations, setting your intentions and goals, then the best way to start that is to come into a more spiritual space, or a more freeing and open space, because you are protected. And also judgment is here. So, you know, in the tied up sense, I'm thinking maybe you're feeling judged at this time. Or maybe you're judging yourself, like I said again, about where you think you should be, or how you think your life should look at this particular time. And we also have the 2 of Wands. So they're all tied up about a situation that you need to make a decision about. 2 of Wands are about decisions. So there's a decision that you need to make, and maybe it's calling for you to come from a higher state of being to actually judge this situation, to work out what's the best course for you, what's going to be the best decision to make for your higher good and for those around you. But you're being asked to put yourself first, that your rest and rejuvenation is what's necessary within this time. Okay, so I want to dig a little bit further into what the 2 of Wands, what this decision is about, or what it's relating to, or what it could be affecting. Because we know that it's making you feel all tied up. You're doing a lot of thinking, and especially for you Tauruses, as this is your season, there's a lot of criticalness going on. And also for you Virgos, oh God, there's a lot of energies that's come out. Okay. Okay, so the first one is children, a child. So maybe there's a decision around how we co-parent, how we communicate as parents. A decision on whether, for some of you, it's a decision whether or not you're going to vaccinate your children. And I think that's where the judgment comes in. For some of you, this is judgment about vaccines, whether to vaccinate your children. Some of you are on the fence about it. And this decision's causing a lot of angst. For some of you, this is definitely vaccinations. co-parenting, whether to allow your child to visit the other parent if you don't coexist together in the same property. I've had this even in my own day-to-day life. I've been hearing stories of everybody, the different struggles in trying to allow access to children in this particular time, and it's very, very hard to navigate, because you do want to make sure that each parent has an equal fair time with their children, but you also want to stay safe within this COVID-19 situation. So I can see why the decision is kind of got you all tied up, especially if you feel like you're under some type of judgment. Maybe people are not liking the fact that you're maybe going out with your children, or maybe you're cooped up inside and the judgment is that you're not going outside and you're judging yourself. But I feel like it's for the majority of you, or for a huge collective of you, it's about whether to vaccinate your children. And you also have journey. So there's a decision about what's the next step in your journey. Where are you going to go next? What is this? And I think that's coming up with the tied up and what's going on in the mind. How is things going to look? How is my life going to look post COVID-19? What is the world going to look like post COVID-19? What type of world are my children going to be growing up in post COVID-19? What is it going to look like? You know, and I think that's where a lot of the tied up element is coming from. And then you have this journey. Where am I going to go? There's some type of decision around change as well. And also I'm getting, for some of you, a decision to move away. Some of you are deciding whether or not to get on a train and leave. Get in your car and drive. For something new, you have change here. There's a decision about change, about leaving a situation. I remember I told you that the whole energy, the first energy, is about rest and rejuvenation, putting yourself first, connecting with source, meditating. Okay, so for some of you, it's about moving away. Could even be about moving away from childhood friends or from old habits. Change. And you also have the false person. When the false person comes up, it lets me know that there's someone in your energy who's wearing a mask. They're not being their true selves around you. They're hiding their intentions. Maybe they're there just to say that they are there, they were there. But there's someone around you in your space who is not being true. They're holding something. There's something that they're not saying. Something that they're not saying. I want to have a little look at maybe what it is that they're not saying. Find out about this false person. And then we'll go off into looking at the seventh chakra, sorry. So we have the Death card. Change. Maybe this person's deception is that they're saying they're going to change and they have no intentions of doing so. Or this is your energy. Maybe you feel like the false person and you want to change, or you're showing that you're portraying that you've changed in some way, but maybe you haven't, because death means change. Or maybe someone around this false person has passed away very recently. Yeah, I think it's around something to do with change. And I don't think this person wants to change or has a real intention of doing so. I think that's why they're coming up as the false persons. I think they appear one way. They wear a mask. And I had another reading yesterday that had somebody wearing masks. A lot of people pretending in this time. Tell me more about this false person, please. Okay. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. This false person is a very independent energy. This 9 of Pentacles is like the single card. And I'm also getting, maybe this false person doesn't have it all together. Maybe that's what the false thing is. Maybe they are appearing as the 9 of Pentacles, like they have it all together, like they have their money, that they are stable. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's what's false about it. Because we already realize that they don't want to change something. Something definitely needs to change around this situation. Because you've got false person, and before that you've got change, travel, journey, moving away. You definitely need to move away from this person or this energy, this false. And also this single card. And I'm saying if this is sort of feeling like a bit like a love reading, this part of it. Yeah, because this person's like a single energy. Maybe they want to change. Maybe they want to be single again. Maybe they want to change the status. And maybe they're portraying that they're all about the family, all about stability, but really they want their freedom. They want to change from the family life to being independent and single. Or maybe a single type of energy. Maybe not so much responsibility, because they are like the magician. The magician is like the alchemist. They create, they manifest. But as it's next to the false person, we know that this person can be very manipulative. They're very smart. They're able to turn things around on you, so you start looking at yourself sideways. So be very, very mindful about that, Earth signs, about those people who gaslight you. And maybe they're very good at turning their hand to things. Maybe they're very good at manifesting things, and I think that's probably how they got you in. Their energy, their zest for life, or maybe you saw them making something happen. You saw some type of vibrant energy in them, and that was only half of the story, or that was what they used to draw you in, if that makes sense. But when you peeled back the surface, there wasn't very much there, because they were masked. They weren't showing their true selves, and they wanted to change and they wanted to move away. This independent energy, but then they're also this alchemist energy. So it's showing me that they're quite manipulative to change the situation to the way that they would see fit. So be very, very mindful about that, Earth signs. Okay. Gosh, especially for the Tauruses, your birthday season and you're dealing with people like this. Obviously, you know this is very, very general. I should have said that at the very beginning. It's very, very general. It's not date specific, although I said it's from the 28th to the 11th of May. And it's not gender specific. So either way, take it as it resonates, okay? Okay, and then I just want to look into what's happening with the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. And this is what we're talking about with the crown chakra. So we're just talking about that divine connection. Now I want to find out what are the types of messages spirits want you to know. What does the Most High want you to be thinking about when you're connecting to Source, when you're coming to that quiet space, when you are dealing with your shadow side, when you are going through your rest and rejuvenation, so that you can step out into the spirit realm for support to get away from this tied up energy. Nerves about, oh gosh. I'm going to take the one that's upright and then I'll shuffle again. Only take the ones that are upright. So tell me about the 7th chakra. What are we to focus on? What are the energies that will support us? What are the messages that will be supporting the earth signs within this time, please? What messages are coming through from source? What messages are coming through from source? Okay, so we have first and foremost the 7th chakra, our crown chakra. So it looks like, what is our main energy that Source Divine wants us to pay attention to when we're going into ourselves and healing is trust. Okay, so it says you have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. So this is to trust yourself. So in this time, Divine's saying, when you're going into yourself and you're going through your introspection and you're evaluating your surroundings, your very being, how you interact with the people around you, how you move around your home and in the community, when you're able to do so, that you need to trust your intuition. And you're going to be having lots more spiritual conversations. There's going to be a lot more higher self conversations going on. So do start trying to clear the clutter from all of that tied up energy. Because what they're saying is that you're going to have to start trying to trust your intuition, but you're going to need to clear the space a little in your mind, because there's a lot that's going on in there that's clouding the connection. But what they're saying is that they're here for you and that they're going to keep sending you messages. So trust in your intuition, okay? That's what's going to help you within this time and help you to get away from this tied up energy, the fear that's going on. And there's a little concerns here. Patience. Working on your patience in this time is going to be very beneficial for your life in general, but especially around your birthday time, especially around the Taurus energy with this new moon. Okay, and for the rest of you earth signs, patience is a key element here. Okay, so patience, you are able to let the universe energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. So you are not going to go against the grain, fight to make something happen. You're going to go with the flow. You're going to trust in the process. Going into yourself and having meditations and listening to some of them binary tones. 528 hertz love tones is a beautiful one. You've got manifestation. There's so many different meditations you can do. You can have guided where they take you there, or whether you just sit quietly. You have a candle, you zone out into that. The hypnotizing movement of the air, the scent from the incense, that's another way that you can start to meditate. It's focusing in on something, or the space, or quietness. Complete darkness sometimes is really the best way to start sometimes. But this is the time where you're going to be able to really start dealing with that 7th chakra energy, that connection to spirit, source divine, to trust in the process, to trust in your intuition, because what is going on in your gut and what you're being told is correct. You just need to trust in that, and trust that no matter what the outcome is, that you'll be fine. You're divinely guided, okay? Patience is something that's going to be coming out of this time of healing and addressing your 7th chakra, your crown chakra. So maybe it might be worth listening to a crown chakra healing while you sleep, if you're not able to play it through the day, if you're one of them people that find it quite jarring to listen to those types of tones. The ones that heal at night time are brilliant, because when you rise, you feel great. You have tolerance. So it says, you appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. So your meditations and your prayers, your affirmations, your sincere request to the source divine spirit, it will help you with gaining this tolerance, that maybe people are not doing things the way you want to do them, are not giving you what you want when you want it. You will gain that tolerance and see things from other people's perspective, gain a little bit of compromise in this time, and going into outside of this physical realm will allow you to not be so stuck on what's not working in the physical, because your inner standing and your vibration is higher than what's currently going on. So all of those little itsy bitsy things are not going to be as grating on your energy if you're able to take yourself higher to a different state of being. Then we also have gratitude. Gratitude, you fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. So with all of what's going on currently with the new moon energy, with us having to take time for introspection, we are going to have lots more times to feel grateful for what's actually going on in our lives at this time. So definitely work on your crown chakra. Let's have a look here. Yeah, definitely work on your crown chakra, guys. Clear your space, find some quiet time for your rest and rejuvenation, so that whatever is causing issues, making you feel tied up, feeling like you want to maybe escape. For some of you it's to escape this false person. For some of you it's to make a decision around vaccinations regarding children. Yeah. Okay. So just going off into the love energy, just to round off. Okay, so for some of you, I'm going to take one more, thank you.